Easy, guys. I didn't expect to be back today, but my brother Thomas Lockwood, who's going to be watching this live, sent me a WhatsApp and informed me of what went on today in these Euro 2024 qualifiers. And I looked into them myself. And again, it's all the numbers that you're going to see in my book. So before I get into the Euro 2024 qualifier games, thanks to everyone who bought the book. You know who you are. There's a lot of you. Keep it coming, baby. It's a great book. It's an amazing book, and it's going to help you code going forwards. I'll absolutely nail Euro 2024, just like I did with the World Cup. I bet I'm about 80% quite easily in that tournament. It's going to be the 17th edition, and it begins on Donald Trump's birthday. Guys, can you believe that? It's going to begin on Donald Trump's 80th birthday, and the World Cup just began on Joe Biden's 80th birthday. I'll say that one more time. Euro 2024 is going to begin on Donald Trump's 80th birthday, and the 2022 FIFA World Cup began on Joe Biden's 80th birthday. And it was Joe Biden who replaced Donald Trump, and I believe Donald Trump's going to replace Joe Biden. So you'll see how it's all connected when Trump comes back, 47th president. Why the Premier League season ended on Phil Foden's birthday, who wears number 47. Why West Ham won a European Cup for the first time in 47 years. Why Denver Nuggets won the NBA for the first time in their 47-year franchise history. Okay. Why Queen Elizabeth and Philip got married in 47. So it's really deep, guys. I'm going to have some fun with that Euro 2024. And it's in Germany, which backs up all my war stuff. The upcoming Euros is in Germany. War. But you know who wins the war? God. And I'm eating this carrot cake, and I deserve it, man. I really do. Can't wait for this gold. Thank you. Cool decodes. Cheers. France will win it. Don't know yet. Haven't looked. Interesting. Cheers. Donald Trump, the 6th and 8th, I believe. Connected to 68, Trump for sure. Super connected to 9/11 as well. He witnessed it. Obviously, Trump Towers are in New York. Illusion is back, never stops. I don't stop, do I? I don't stop. I'm going to Mexico City in August with my beautiful girlfriend. Got to book the tickets. I think she's doing it now, and I'm giving her the money. So I'm going to go to Mexico City for a few days in August. So, good afternoon, Javier. Hey, Cameron. So, I'm playing footy tonight at 7 o'clock as well. It's almost 4. Do you like Nicoletta Spinelli songs? Yeah, Nicoletta's my friend. Nicoletta's amazing. She's beautiful. She's got a great soul. Probably the best voice I've ever heard. She's based in Mexico City now. She's signed with Sony. But she does yoga and everything as well. She's amazing. Yeah, I love her music. I was speaking to her the other day, actually, by Instagram. Yeah, I like Nicoletta. My favorite meal in Mexico? Too hard, mate, to say. Enchiladas verdes is something every time I have with a bit of red onion. I love. But I love pretty much all Mexican food. I'm just not a huge lover of pozole. Why are you not coding the Euro qualifier games? I'll start doing it. Kingsley, listen. I didn't even know. This is a guy whose life was all about football. Knew everything about the game. Knew what was going on. I didn't even know they were going on. This is how amazing it has been, my journey. I didn't know England were playing today until Thomas told me. I didn't know about this Greece game until Chuck coded it. I'm going to present that code by Chuck. He coded Greece to win against Ireland. They won 2-1. Phenomenal code. This is what I'm saying. On my website, it's not just me. I've given out enough content now where people on the website have paid attention and they're sharing the finds. A lot of the codes are pretty much like reading mine. So God bless you for paying attention and putting out amazing work. I'll go through that soon. Adam, your team will win 2-0. Number 7 will score again. That kicks off at 7. I think there'll be more goals than 2. It's a friendly game. And if I'm playing, there's going to be more goals than 2. Without being arrogant, there'll be more goals than 2 if I'm on that field. From my knowledge of playing in these tournaments, probably average 4 or 5 goals when I'm playing them. And I ain't joking. I'll let you know next time I do a live how the game goes. It's just a friendly, though. All right, so you know what? I'm going to read Chuck's code out before I break down the other games. I'll read Chuck's code out. Chuck bought my book. He said he learned a lot from me, but I've learned a lot from him as well. And ain't that what it's all about? You know what I mean? We all learn from each other. Yeah, Nicola is signed with Sony. I don't know if she's going to become like a superstar. Remember, Sony, they recruit so many people, and there's only a handful that go big. She might just do it for a few years and go like a lot of musicians do at that level. But as far as I'm aware, she's organic. And she has an unbelievable gift. I've heard her sing live. She plays the keyboard, the piano, the guitar, plays practically every instrument, the ukulele. So she's gifted. All right? I think a lot of the top stars are not even that gifted. I don't even think they sing. They don't play instruments, the top ones. She does. She's a real musician. So here we go. Let me break it down for you. Chuck's insane code. I take no credit for this whatsoever. This is Chuck. He liked Greece to beat Republic of Ireland. The game finished 2-1 to Greece. It took a 1-0 lead. Ireland equalised. And then Greece won in the 49th minute. I'll tell you why. So this is the only part I did. Queen equals 73. She was married to Prince Philip for 73 years, who was born in Greece. 73 is the 21st prime. Queen Elizabeth married Philip at age 21, and this game ended 2-1. Told you to look out for that score, 21, as in 2-1. It's powerful, guys, is that number. It's 7 + 7 + 7. The winning goal scored after 49 minutes, and Prince Philip died on 4-9. Chuck's code was all about that. Euro qualifier, 16-6, Greece versus Ireland. Today is 16-6. Greece men's national football team equals 166. Today is the 167th day of the year. Prince Philip of Greece and Denmark equals 167. And 157. 157 is the 37th prime. Ireland's coach can stay on 37 points. Baphomet equals 37. Friday, 16th of June equals 157. Just know 157 is the 55th prime and Satan gets you 55. The royal family are working for Satan, whether they're aware of it or not. Ireland coach got his 14th loss as Ireland boss, and 43 is the 14th prime, and Greece equals 43. The Ireland coach stayed on 9 wins with Ireland. Watched my video yesterday about the number 9. 23 is the 9th prime, and Poyet got his 23rd point of the season in all competitions. And 9, the square root's 81. Prince Philip equals 81. The 9th triangle number is 45. Ireland equals 45. And the 9th Fibonacci is 34. And Greece equals 34. That's where geometry has value. If it connects with triangular numbers or Fibonacci numbers, square root numbers, that's where geometry has value. So the Ireland coach stayed on 13 points this season, all competitions. 91's the 13th triangular number. And World War II began on 9-1. Philip was called Philip Mountbatten. That equals 91. Ireland can get their 201st all-time loss. Again, wait till you read my book about 201. Jorge Maria Bergoglio, full name of Pope Francis, equals 201. The Jesuit order equals 201. The Ireland coach took over as Ireland boss on 4/4/2020. 44 square root is 1936. Pope Francis born in 1936. It's why Guardiola ended the season with 1,936 all-time career points after getting his 44th win of the season. 44 times 44 is 1,936, the year Pope Francis was born. It's remarkable stuff. Kenny became the Ireland boss 3 years, 10 weeks, and 3 days ago, and Francis was installed as Pope in 313. Poyet got his 177th all-time win. And Republic of Ireland men's national football team equals 177. The Jesuit order equals 177. The mark of the beast equals 177. Today's date can be written 616, the alternate number of the beast. And Poyet became the Greece boss on the 42nd day of the year. Beast reigns for 42 months. Vatican City was founded the 42nd day of 1929, which was the year the Great Depression began. Basilica got struck twice by lightning on the 42nd day of 2013, the year Francis became the Pope. Lightning struck Basilica a span of 10 years and 18 weeks before today's game. And Luke 10:18 is, I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven. This is so biblical. It's incredible. This ain't just about calling Greece to be island, guys, that anyone can do. Although it's not a gimme, to be honest, but it's the code behind why they won 2-1, why the winning goal was after 49 minutes. Any random guy can go in the bookies and put Greece on their parlay and say they called it. They didn't call anything. They didn't call the code. They guessed. This isn't guesswork. This is divine biblical scripture that's playing out in all of these games. So the Euros began on 14/6/24, 166th day of the year. Today's date, it's obviously 16/6. And that's exactly 52 weeks away from today's date. That's 16/6. 52 weeks is 1 year. Poyet became Greece boss on 11/2/22, 55-10-35 date numerology. Satan gets you 55-10 and 35. Greece got the 242nd all-time win. Synagogue of Satan's 24-2. It's why Russia invaded the Ukraine on 24-2, and why Kobe Bryant and Gianna Bryant's memorials 24-2. The referee was Harold Lechner. His name's 242. His last birthday was 37/22, 10 months and 18 days ago. 37 is Demon Hour. Okay, it's why Messi wears 30 and Ronaldo's wearing 7 right now. Remember, 10 months and 18 days is 322 days. Skull and Bones are also known as Orders 322. Lechner's birthday, 211th day of the year. Vatican City founded 211. Greece won the Euros on the 186th day of the year. Coronavirus was declared a global pandemic exactly 18 years and 6 months after 9/11. The Queen died 911 days after coronavirus was declared a global pandemic. And today was 9 months, 1 week, and 1 day after the Queen died. Greece were bailed out of their debt crisis on 2/5/2010, 9 years, 10 months, and 10 days ago, like 9/11. They were bailed out 1 year before Bin Laden's death. Bin Laden died 2/5 or 5/2, David Beckham's birthday. And they were bailed out with 110 billion EU aid. And the Twin Towers had 110 floors. And who brought them down? Osama bin Laden, whose name's 110. So Greece national football team founded in 1926, which is the year Elizabeth was born. And Greece won the Euros on the 228th year anniversary of the US's independence. Queen Elizabeth equals 228. It's simply remarkable. It's a remarkable code, and it finished 2-1. He still bets every now and again. He bet $80 on it. I think they were like plus 150 or whatever they were. But it's not about that, is it? In reality, it's good that he won a bit of money off it, but what a code. No. Harry Kane, let's go through some of these games. I've got about 15 minutes. Much love, Michael. Michael bought my book. Thank you. Michael's a great guy, a great coder, and more importantly, he's connected with God and he's going to get baptized soon. So God bless you, mate. God bless you. Everything that's gone on in your life, it's led you to God. So see those incidents in your life which you used to look at as horrific moments, see them as blessings now. Because without them, you probably wouldn't have found God. Okay? So God bless you, brother. Hey, Adam, how can I buy your new book, please? But easy, bro. You just send me $9.11 to aeders11@gmail.com. The link's in the description. A lot of people have bought it already, so I'm very grateful. But like I said, I did expect a lot of people to buy it. I can feel it in my soul. It's going to be popular, and it should be for the content. So you just do that, and then I send you the book. I've put my email in the chat. Hopefully you can see it. Alto's in the house. Much love, Alto. A great coder. You're going to love this book, Alto. I don't know if you have any money. I don't know how old you are, but I'd recommend you purchasing it. If you don't have any money, just let me know. Could it be Kingsley? But I think Spain win it. Their sacrifice would be not qualifying for the Euros. It's too early to say. It's too early to say. Remember, Kingsley Coleman plays for France. They won the Euros in 1984 for the first time that they won it. 1984 is George Orwell's book. It's when Platini was the star. The Society of Jesus were founded in Paris, France. The Jesuit Order equals 84, Jesuit 84. Vatican City founded on 2/11/1929, exactly 84 years before Basilica got struck twice by lightning. And then France won the 84 Euros. You see how deep this is, man? 1984, it's George Orwell's book. It's when LeBron was born. It's when the GOAT Michael Jordan was drafted. It's so deep, man. Adam, can unbeliever be a great coder? Absolutely. What I do differently to 99% of the coders is that I use biblical scripture. There's some really good coders out there. There's no doubt about it. They identify connections. They're aware of triangular Fibonacci numbers. They understand date numerology. They've got knowledge of these sports, but they're not using scripture. Me telling you today's 616, the alternate number of the beast. You'll see why Wales lost 4-2 today. The beast reigns for 42 months. 616 is the alternate number of the beast. Wales' flag is a dragon. The dragon is Satan. That's why Wales have lost 4-2 today. Who was England's best player today? I know who it was. I'm going to ask you in the chat. Who was England's best player today? I didn't even know they were playing. I've just read the score. Who got man at match if you watched it? I know some of you watched it. Yeah, they lost to Armenia. Wales, who qualified for the World Cup, just lost to Armenia 4-2 at home. Right. Trent Alexander-Arnold was the man of the match today for England on 616. Why? Why? Why do you think he got the man of the match today on this satanic date numerology and this date? Why was it Trent? Who got dropped by England? He wasn't good enough, and now he's playing in midfield. Armenia suffered atrocities to Turkey in World War I. They did. It's all going to be war themed. This next Euros, I'm going to absolutely hammer it, but it's going to be war themed, and that's why I said it's in Germany. And I think by 2024, if I keep putting out this content, there's going to be a lot more people that can see what I see. Brilliant, Brian. Brian's figured it out. England's best player today was Trent Alexander-Arnold on 616, the alternate number of the beast, which is Jurgen Klopp's birthday, Liverpool coach. And Trent wears number 66 for Liverpool. And the book of Revelation is the 66th and final book of the Bible. And can you not understand why Trent Alexander-Arnold today was given the number 10 shirt? Because Satan equals 10. Since when did Trent Alexander-Arnold wear number 10? He's being given number 10 on 616 on Jurgen Klopp's birthday, and he wears 66 for Liverpool. Church of Satan was founded in 66. Liverpool are called the Reds. The devil is obviously connected to that colour. Can you understand this? 66 plus 10 is 76. 7 times 6 is 42. Germany lost to Poland. Yeah, Hitler invaded Poland. That's what triggered the war. I'm like a walk. Somebody called me a walking, talking encyclopedia the other day. It made me laugh. So Ukraine, of course, when they beat Macedonia, Macedonia is all to do with the book of Timothy. All right. If you study Macedonia in the Bible, you'll see why Italy lost to Macedonia and failed to qualify for the World Cup. No, Esteban, Trent was playing midfield today. He was conveniently playing midfield in the number 10 role when he's usually a right back. When you see this code, guys, you watch this with different light. You can still watch it, but you watch it from a different place, a place of knowledge and wisdom. You're not worshipping them anymore. You're not like, I told you how good Trent is. I told you Trent was class in midfield. I told you he ain't the right back. What a whip he's got on him. All right. You're not going to be one of those losers doing that who are lost, who are worshipping Trent. You're going to go, all right, that's why you were wearing number 10. That's why he got man at match on 616 on Jurgen Klopp's birthday, his 56th birthday. Church of Satan was founded 56 years before the World Cup. So Ukraine win, yeah. Turkey win. That's very biblical. Like, tell me this. How on earth are France, right? France beating Gibraltar, who I could play for, 3-0. France had Mbappe, Giroud, Kingsley Coman, they had Griezmann. How are they beating Gibraltar? Gibraltar, guys, 3-0. How are they not beating them 30-0? I've said this before, and people go, no, international football, it's closer than you think. Oh, that's what the devil wants you to believe, to not see through the code. France should be beating Gibraltar by 30, if it was real. If all these France players are getting 60, 70, 80, 90, 150 grand a week, and these Gibraltar players are getting what, $500 a week? They should be putting 30 past them. Give me a woo if you agree with that. Should they be beating them by more than 3? It's not their reserve team, guys. It's the first team. They were just in the final of the World Cup. They won the World Cup in 2018. They're arguably one of the best teams in the world. How are they beating Gibraltar 3-0? My Hollywood team drew with Panama. When I played for Hollywood, we played at LA Galaxy's training ground. We played Panama and we drew 1-0 with them. I hit the post and I assisted the goal. We drew with Panama's national team. All right, who went to the World Cup. How? I swear, because they came over and they won a tournament. They were playing all these different teams. We played Panama. Vinnie Jones organized it. I'm telling you, they went to World Cup. England beat Panama, didn't they, at one point in the World Cup? We drew with them. Hollywood All-Stars. It's all an illusion, guys. Much love, Joseph. Joseph's in the chat, guys. God bless you. Check out his YouTube channel if you want to get closer to God and see through the code. So, what else went on? So, we got a lot of woos. You agreed with me there. And Giroud, look, Trent's doing this. He's doing the Jesus on a cross pose wearing number 10. Trent runs the show. Madison grows. What, the guy who just got relegated with Leicester? What's he in England squad for? Clearly didn't do that much for them this season, did he? He's in a team that got relegated. Trent scores a stunning goal, yeah, because of the demons. They beat Malta 4-0. Jesus fasted 40 days and 40 nights. Again, England should be putting 20 past Malta. Kazakhstan beat San Marino 3-0. Did Borat score a hat-trick for Kazakhstan? Did Borat score a hat-trick? Probably could, and people are still not wake up. Borat scores hat-trick for Kazakhstan. An incredible performance. And then goes shoots another movie. Kosovo. How Kosovo drawing with Romania? Romania used to have a really top team. Now they can't beat Kosovo. Kosovo, guys. Are you having banter? Who in the right mind would go and watch Romania, Kosovo? And they deserve to go and watch it if it finished 0-0. Armenia, by the way, who beat Wales 4-2. They ranked 97th in the world. The Queen died the 97th year of her life. Again, they lose 4-2 in Cardiff. Wales, the Dragon, beat France for 42 months. Ireland lose in Greece. You're damn right. I've told you why they lost. Because of Chuck's code. Simple as that. Northern Ireland are playing... explain this. Prince Philip was born in Greece, and he was born into Greek royal family bloodline and Danish, right? Is that why Northern Ireland played Denmark today? And why Greece played the Republic of Ireland? And Prince Philip was born into Danish and Greek royal family heritage, bloodline, and they both meet these island teams. Remember when Jack Charlton's Ireland beat England 1-0? And the commentator, and he got interviewed like, do you have any guilt? No, I don't. It was a great win for us. All coded, guys. And again, whether they know it or not is up for debate. But the code, you ain't debating my work. Chuck's work, other people's work. Can't be the best. Joseph's work. The only reason you're denying it is because you can't see the light. You're living in darkness. Because the code I show you every day and my hit rate and the connections I put together. Harry Kane. He was born on the anniversary of World War I beginning. The 79-year anniversary. 22nd prime. He was born exactly 22 weeks after Bobby Moore died, who was the captain of England in '66 World Cup final. That's why Harry Kane was the captain for England in the 22nd edition of the World Cup, which was in 2022. Harry Kane was born on the anniversary of World War I beginning. That's why he's breaking all these records for England, for Tottenham, because it's war-themed. All right? He's going to go to the Red Devils, isn't he? Of course he is. Kane, who killed his brother Abel, satanic, going to go to the Red Devils. Kane scored today, 42 days before his birthday. War equals 42. World War equals 42. The upcoming Euros is going to be in Germany. Let's not forget what happened to Germany in the recent World Cup as well, where they got beat by Japan. I hope you haven't forgot that. They got beat by Japan. That was connected to war as well. If you haven't purchased my World Cup book, purchase it. $7. My word. Pint of ale for that book. Anyways, I'm going to go soon. I see Ukraine benefiting from the war through sports. Yes and no. They missed the World Cup, didn't they? Wales knocked them out. Remember, there was the war in Ukraine, but the national team was still traveling and playing football. And then coming out saying, I feel so emotionally drained doing this. But why are they still playing football? Why are they traveling? Why were footballers traveling during coronavirus when we were in lockdown? Why were they able to play football and man-mark each other and spit near each other and shake each other's hands and hug each other when they scored? And we had to sit in our ass at home watching these people. Because we allowed it. We have to take responsibility. We allowed the devil to blind us. We got played by a master manipulator. But again, ask yourself that. You might not know the code. Ask yourself why football was being played during a pandemic, a deadly pandemic, and there was still football games going on where they were getting on planes, traveling, and man-marking each other. Think about from a corner, how many people are in the 18-yard box? And this was during coronavirus. But when they walked into the stadium, they were wearing a mask for the cameras. So as they get off the coach, they walk to the stadium. Nobody's there because there were no fans. They're wearing masks. As soon as they get on the pitch, they're not wearing a mask. But the substitutes are wearing masks. But the coach wasn't. And the official wasn't. So the subs warming up were wearing masks. But the linesman wasn't. This is the stuff when you have the gift of the Holy Spirit lit within you. That's the stuff you see. That the spiritually blind don't. All they see is, it's good. At least now I'm being entertained. Get to watch my team. I can have a bet. Perfect. That's what they see. That's what I would have seen before I had these new eyes. There's a war in the Ukraine and the Ukraine Football League's playing. Yeah. A war in the Ukraine, guys. And the league's still going on. The national league's being played. Does that make any sense? Logically? Remember, the Bible says there will be wars and rumors of wars. Can I get an amen, Joseph? There'll be wars and rumors of wars. A rumor is obviously something that's not necessarily true. Just something that gets spread about. All right, so again, I can go on all day with this. Let's see if anyone else has got the book. All right, Jimmy's going to buy the book. I'm going to send you it now, Jimmy. Jimmy, is your name Jonathan? Jimmy, baby, is your name Jonathan? Cheers, Joseph. Much love. I'll send you the book now. Japan beating Spain. Yeah, and then Spain beat Costa Rica 7-0, and Japan couldn't beat Costa Rica. It's like when Man United lost 7-0 to Liverpool. All right, and then Liverpool the next game. I think I think they lost to a terrible team. They beat Man United 7-0, and then they either drew or lost to a shocking team. And this is the Man United that got to the FA Cup final, won the League Cup, came third in the league, had a decent run in the Europa League, and they got beat 7-0 by Liverpool, who had one of their worst seasons they've had in the last 20 years. Does it make any sense? Does it make sense that Liverpool could beat Bournemouth 9-0 and 6 months later lose 1-0 to the same team? Does that make sense? It doesn't, does it? Because it's the code. And when you accept that, well, that acceptance is huge. Accepting the Lord, accepting Him as your Savior, accepting that you've been deceived, accepting that you've been living a lie, accepting that you've been basically following the 7 deadly sins. We all have been. Acceptance is huge. And I'm not talking about accepting this LGBT plus community and accepting equality and accepting all this nonsense. I'm talking about accepting that we've been deeply deceived. And it's huge, guys. I'm telling you right now, all the stuff that's going on, I think it's beautiful. I think light shining on the darkness, you might think it's sickening and corrupt and horrific, but it's all coming to light. And I'm one of the light bearers, not Lucifer. Joseph's one of the light bearers who's revealing it, trying to lead you to the Lord, because that's what this whole journey is all about. Not who's got the best hit rate in sports or who has the most money. All right? Who's got the most views on the podcasts. That's irrelevant to all of this, guys. This is deep. This is spiritual wickedness. This is a war between God and the devil, and we have to pick whose side we're on. We do. This is the biggest war ever fought on earth. And it's a spiritual one, not a physical one. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm trying to tell you every day. They beat City 1-0 too. It's just comical, isn't it? Brentford beat treble winners home and away. Brentford went to Man City and beat them, and then beat them at home. They won home and away against the treble winners. Brentford, who were in the Championship recently. The Bees. All connects to the royal family, by the way. What about Brighton, who had that amazing season, and Everton had a shocker, and then they went to Brighton and beat them 5-1. Early in the season, Brighton went to Goodison Park and beat them 4-1. So how did Brighton go to Everton, beat them 4-1, and 6 months later play them at home where it's a fortress and lose 5-1 against a team who were fighting for relegation? And then you start seeing all the celebrations, they're all doing that. It all connects. You'll start seeing it, and you'll almost feel sorry for them instead of idolizing them or worshiping them. That's why you've got to just avoid fantasy football, because you're going to keep cheering these players on. You're going to keep talking about it. I haven't played it for 2 years. It was actually very hard to give up. Fantasy football, I must have spent 5, 6, 7 hours on it a week, picking my team, making my transfers. 6 or 7 hours a week on fantasy football. It's literally what it is. It's all fantasy, man. That's why it's called the Theatre of Dreams, where Man United play. If Luton Town survives relegation, I will laugh. Mate, Luton could go up and get to Champions League, and the average football fan would just say it's a fairy tale. Mate, Leicester City won Premier League with one of the worst squads I've ever seen in Premier League. They won it. So if Luton go up and they make a couple of big signings and they finish in top 4, I'm telling you, next to nobody's even going to acknowledge it. That's the thing. That's the spiritual wickedness, that people are so blind to not seeing that. So yeah, if Luton stay up, will I be shocked? No. I won't be shocked in the slightest if they stay up. Look at teams like Bournemouth, who came from nowhere and got to Premier League. All right. It's just, wow. Slaves of Lucifer, yeah. It's just whether they're aware of it. I'm not sure they're all aware of it. The whole Saudi Man United takeover thing is dragging. It's because Saudi Arabia is the Middle East, the beast, the Red Devils. It's why Ronaldo left Man United to Saudi Arabia. I'm trying to show you all of this. It's all biblical, guys. If this doesn't make you want to pick up a Bible, then I don't know what. If I just preach biblical scripture and read the Holy Bible to you, you won't watch my stuff. But I'm incorporating it with what's going on in the world. So it's interesting. You've got to make it interesting. Okay? That's a big goal of mine. Make my work interesting. Try and make it funny as well every now and again. Keep people's attention. If I just sat here preaching scripture, you turn me off after 5 minutes. So what I do is exhausting. It needs a lot of tricks to keep your attention. I mean that in a good way. I mean that in a very good way. A variety of topics I have to cover every time I go live. The average football fan wouldn't be shocked if Victoria plays and beat Real Madrid in Spain. Exactly. Karim Benzema's Bernabeu debut was against the team he's just signed for in Saudi Arabia. And that finished 1-1. Real Madrid at the Bernabeu couldn't beat a team from Saudi Arabia in Benzema's debut at the Bernabeu. And then he goes on to sign for them. 3-year contract. But he's just going there for the money. That's all you're going to get. The average football fan is going to say, well, Benzema is 35. He's just trying to get his last big contract. So it makes sense to me. Stop falling for that at this juncture, guys. If they're getting the money you think they're getting, they can live 1,000 lives on earth and in luxury with the money that they're on. Benzema said, I'm moving to Saudi Arabia because I've always wanted to live in Saudi Arabia. So why didn't he go there after he's retired? He literally said that. I'm going to Saudi Arabia because I've always wanted to live there. I'm sure he's got, maybe 3, 4, 5 years max left in his career. He could have gone there afterwards. He could have even gone there at 45, like I said, and they would have paid him just for his name. Just to say they had a Ballon d'Or player on the team. So just see through it all, guys. You need discernment. You need common sense. You need the gift of the Holy Spirit. You do need a high level of intellect as well at the same time. You have to try your best to escape the matrix. You can't completely escape it, but just master it. Read books like mine. Watch people like Joseph and me as often as you can. Like, you may as well support people like us, because there ain't many others that do what we do at the level we do. And we do it pretty much daily. Jesse Lingard is a beyond joke mediocre footballer. But the guy who does that, all right, and does the dab, which is a Freemason pose, just like Pogba did it. No, Jesse Lingard is absolutely... I would ruin... Again, Jesse, I know you're not watching with your female name. If you are watching, which you're not, let's go one-on-one, Jesse Lingard, and see how good you are, you little rat. All right? I'm done with them. But again, it's like he was already chosen. Like, biblically... Lingard was destined to play for Man United since he was about 8. They were talking about him. Little tiny rat Lingard. I got released from Bradford for being too small. You should have seen Jesse Lingard the same age I got released. You should see him now. Yeah, okay, now he's got abs and a chest. If I trained every single day, 6, 7 days a week at the highest level, I'd look like Lingard, if not better. But Lingard, he came through at Man United. I'm telling you, I've played against their academy. It's unbelievable. They have the best players from all over the world playing for their academy. Yet Jesse Lingard came through. He came through with Pogba. And then they're best friends and they all do the dab. La-di-da-di-da. Lingard, we've seen his true colours. How come he can't even get in at Nottingham Forest anymore? This guy was an England player at the World Cup. All right? Man United player. Now he's not good enough for Forest. We're never good enough. But he's got the numbers, hasn't he? Yeah, Lingard massively overhyped. Yeah, they are overrated. Watch the games and they're not that good. They're slow. If there's somehow one day I can play a football game where somebody's going to live stream it, I don't know how that would work. Somebody could video me playing in an actual game. You'll know, when I say these things, you'll relate. You'll go, yeah, he's right. I've seen him play. If you haven't seen me play, you're probably thinking he's going on again about what he can do with a football and, oh, he could take on Jesse Lingard one-on-one. Somebody was able to do that. Get yourself to where I live. All right, video me playing a game, a proper competitive game, and watch. You'll probably, well, it's not against professional players. You can still see the way I move, the way I touch the ball, how quick my reactions are, the way I strike the ball. You can see all of that. So Jesse Lingard, if you're watching, woo, let's go, baby. All right, I'm off. Oh wait, I never. They should put. If I played in soccer, Ed, I've told you I'd get 5 or 6 goals. I sent you 9/11 for your new book released today. Thank you for all your hard work. Looking forward to the much hyped Illusion book. Yeah, the Illusion book's going to be my main book. Let me send this book out now. That Illusion book is biblical. It's my whole story. It's everything. All my other books are sports. That's why I'm not sure. I probably will end up doing a book for Euro 2024, won't I? If it's like the World Cup, I'd probably have to do it. All right, sent that book out. Is anyone else going to purchase the book before I go? Imagine I sell 911 books. That'll just make me giggle. 911 books. 911 a piece. Lingard Dinio, yeah, what a load of shit that is. Do you have clips of you playing? I have an Instagram page for my coaching company. It has next to no followers because I don't really post on it. I have an Instagram page. If you want to message me on my Illusion page, I'll send you the link to my Instagram page. You can see me. You only see me with the ball and the moves I can do. You can see me striking it. But actual footage of me in games, no, I did have some. I had 1 goal for Hollywood where I picked up the ball from the halfway line and beat 7 players and put it in the bottom corner. I need to try and find that, but I deleted all my Gmail emails a while ago. It was whilst I was in LA in Santa Monica. I picked up the ball halfway line, and there was a guy on the side. All right, it was one of our fans, and all he would ever say every time I got the ball, he would say, "Pass the ball, pass the ball." I can't remember where he was from. Pass the ball, pass the ball. I was like, so he kept saying it. This is what's so funny about this video. So I got the ball. As soon as I received the ball, all right, I was on left midfield. I received the ball halfway line. Before I even touched it, this guy's saying, pass the ball. Because he couldn't handle what I could do with the ball. A lot of people can't handle what I do with the ball. It's almost like they get jealous. Just pass it. So I got it. I thought, nah. So I beat one player. I cut in on one player with the outside of my right foot. Dropped my shoulder, cut in on him. And then another guy came towards me. I did him with the inside and accelerated. And then I've shimmied again, gone in on my inside, and then gone in on my outside, back to my inside. And then this big centre half came charging at me. He wanted to snap me. I've touched it past him, burnt him. They've all come running after me. I had a little look over my shoulder. Keeper's coming out, whipped it in the far corner like Hazard shoots or Thierry Henry. And the whole time I had the ball, pass the ball, pass the ball. I remember going back to halfway line because it was pretty much where he was stood. I went, what was that? It was so smooth, man. Smooth. And what was so beautiful about that, there were 6 or 7 kids from my old team that I was coaching that came and watched, and parents watched. It was one of the parents that videoed it. All right. And try and get her email again. I can't even remember what her name was. But there were 6 or 7 kids. They watched that goal. What a goal, coach. I was like, yeah. It was like perfect. So that goal, I've scored a lot of screamers. My brother witnessed me score a bicycle kick from outside of the box from a corner. I was playing for my college team. And we were playing against Bradford Grammar School. And I scored 11 goals at college in a game. My brother was there. This is my brother. We fight and we do that. He saw me. I scored 11 goals in one game for college. And one of them was a bicycle kick in the top corner from outside of the box. Stuff I can do, man. Like, again, nearly everyone asks me, how didn't you make it? Why didn't you make it? How didn't you make it? We know why I didn't make it. I'm glad I'm doing this. This is far more superior. I didn't make it. Maybe my code, my numbers. Maybe God gave me a more profound path, which is this, than kicking a ball around. So, yeah, sorry I got overexcited there, but I love the game. I'm playing tonight. And You get to the game and your mates are there and you're warming up and you see that ball and you're ready to play. You want to win and you know the other team want to win and it's, let's go. That's beautiful. There's something glorious about that, where it's just organic and you need to have that competitive streak in your life. But it's just you out there. It's guys playing football, trying their best to win. Not the stuff with the international and it's all satanic and the silly celebrations and it's all about gambling. Most people wouldn't watch sports if they didn't gamble. Most people wouldn't watch professional sports if there were no social constructs like your identity in regards to your citizenship and your nationality. Nobody would watch these games if they weren't played in 70,000 capacity stadiums. They wouldn't go. I was saying it last night to my mate Saeed, all right? Because that US-Mexico game was on. I said, bro, if this game was played in a local park, nobody would be there. Nobody would care. And he said, yeah, you're right. I went, yeah. They go there for the event. They go there to tell the friends they went to that game. Like I told you, my friend went. I bet if I ask him what went on, who scored, like what was the style of play, like, do you think the other coach's tactics were better than the other one? He'd be like, what are you on about? I don't know. But we won 3-0. All right, probably didn't even understand the game. But they go there. So I went to Vegas. I watched the US-Mexico. It's like, all right, good for you. That's what it is. It's all a show. Going on your Instagram, hashtagging yourself at Old Trafford with your photo, with your beer, with your United shirt on. It's pathetic. Would you do that if it was in the local park? Pissing it down? Would you be doing that? No, you wouldn't. You're doing it for show, man. When your national team wins a trophy, you feel like you won it. That's your ego. That's why there's so... Do you know how many Mexicans I've seen now in Manchester City shirts? I've been living here almost 9 years, never saw a Man City shirt in 7.5 years. It's all Real Madrid, Barcelona. Seems like every kid's got a Man City shirt now. Why? Because they want to feel like they're winners. It's all a big show. It's all a big play, like Esteban said. The world's a stage. All right? The problem is the majority of people that are living within this world on the world stage are playing a role that they've been told to play. Someone like me, I am the Joker in the deck of cards. You don't know what you're going to get with me. I don't play along. Never really played along, but even more now than ever. I don't play along. Satan don't like that. I don't give a shit either. So I enjoy sports more when I bet. 100%. Sports are far more enjoyable when you've placed a bet. You can watch a League Two game, but if you've got a bet, you're gonna watch it and be stimulated. Would you watch a League Two game if it wasn't your favorite team and you didn't have a bet on it? Would you watch it just because you love the game? The simple answer is 1,000% absolutely not. Would you watch a League Two game if it wasn't your favorite team or you wasn't betting on it? You wouldn't waste your time. People don't watch these games because, like I said, someone like me, I'm a coach. I would see the way that these teams would set up. I'd be like, okay, they're playing with a diamond there. Okay, the fullbacks are overlapping. All right, he's playing in the hole. All right, I noticed that the number 9 and number 10, they don't take more than 2 touches. All right, I noticed all those stuff. The goalkeeper's playing high. All right, so he's obviously comfortable with possession of the ball. I would watch games like that and go, all right, how many other people are doing that? They're not. They don't know the game. They don't actually truly appreciate the game, the beautiful game. It is a beautiful game. That's being infiltrated. That's what the devil does. Right. Benzema, most overrated player in Madrid's history. Maybe the world. Maybe the world. I'd rather watch paint dry than watch Benzema play 90 minutes. He just stands there, holds the ball up, sticks his ass out, and then before you know it, he scores a penalty, and he's got an header from 6 yards. And he's the hero. Like, fucking hell, he didn't do anything. Didn't do anything. He's probably the most overrated player in Real Madrid history is Benzema. He's got the code, guys. My book shows you Benzema has the code. That's a lie. You didn't bicycle kick. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. If you haven't learned anything from me now, Brian, the illusion ain't a liar. There'd be no reason for me to bullshit some random people on the internet that scored a bicycle kick from outside the box from a corner. It would serve no purpose to my journey and yours by me saying that. I did. I'm an outrageously talented footballer, and it used to piss me off at the beginning of my journey when I figured this code out, because I was like, I knew it. I knew I was good enough. I knew I was good enough from a young age. Talent-wise, I knew I was good enough. Because I used to say to myself, who else can dribble the ball like me? There can't be that many people quicker than me. All right? There can't be that many people that strike the ball like me. That's what I'd say to myself. They can't be that much better than me with what I can do. Composure on the ball. All right? They can beat me in the air. I'm not very good in the air. I'm good at scoring headers, but I'm not good at winning a header, if you get what I mean. If it's an open header, yeah. So I was like, okay, they can do that physically. Like build-wise, yeah. Physically running, not a chance. So I used to say, yeah, they can't be that much better than me. And I'm right, they're not. I've told you, I played against the US women's national team in futsal, and I rinsed them. The best women in the world. I rinsed them. I played with Mario Melchior at Hollywood. Obviously, he was about 38, 39 then. He played for Holland. He played for Wigan, for Chelsea. He were good, but he wasn't like, oh my word, this guy's just, wow. He wasn't that good. I've played against guys that played League One, League Two, and had a career in it. Played against them in five-a-side. I was head and shoulders better than them. They were playing in League One. I'm not going to say names. League One, League Two. I played five-a-side, seven-a-side with them, and I were better than them. I remember there was one game that I played in against a guy who was at Bradford, Luton, Cambridge, all these teams, England, C team. Played against him, 2-2. I scored 2 goals. He were marking me. Well, he didn't do a very good job, did he? So there's a lot of people, guys, that didn't make it for whatever reason, but I'm telling you, it's not because of their talent. There's a lot of people that don't make it, and it's not because of their talent. It's deep. It could be a million different reasons. It's the same with acting. It's the same with singing. It's the same with professional sports. They don't make it not just because of the talent. There's so many other factors involved with it. All I can say is when I was at Bradford City, every game I played, there was only once or twice where a player got the better of me. And I thought, okay, I told you one of those players was James Milner. He wasn't against me because he was playing as a striker, but he was one of the few players I thought that guy is special. He's way better than me. And that was James Milner. And look, he played for England, Man City, Liverpool, Villa. I was right, even as a kid. So everyone was raving on about him. I remembered his name. At 16, he then scores for Leeds. So I was bang on. I know talent. All right? I know talent when it comes to football. Trust me. Old, young, men, women, I know talented footballer. Yeah, the US women got rinsed 12-0 by Wrexham old players, really? And they want even money. They want the same amount of money as the men. This is the bullshit. This is the Satan equality. Why should women get the same amount of money as men when they can't play anywhere near the level, when they can't sell out stadiums, when nobody buys the merchandise and next to nobody watches them on TV? All right? And you can have someone like me play against Abby Wambach, Alex Morgan, and destroy them, and they're the best in the world at the time, and I'm not even a pro. And you want to get the same amount of money as these top stars? Of course, I don't agree with any of the money that these footballers get, and I don't believe what they get is real. I think it's a lie, complete lie. They're not on 300 grand a week and all that nonsense. It's bullshit. Yes, they have houses and fancy cars. They're given to them by their agents, by the club. That's how it works for the illusion. It's all an illusion. But women wanting the same amount of money as men, and then women who go, you can't say that, you're sexist, be quiet. Nothing to do with being sexist. Just have a word with yourself and stop using words like sexist and racist. All right? Anything with ist is the devil. It's bullshit. They shouldn't be getting as much money as they get, and women shouldn't be getting anywhere near as much as men when it comes to professional sports. You try and tell that to people, they get all offensive right now. Tell me I'm wrong. People can't. Alex Morgan with 2 male names, by the way. They can. I say this stuff and I'm bang, bang, bang. And people love me for it and people hate me for it. The people who hate me for it hate the truth. That's why. That's why they get so angry at me, because they hate the truth. If they disagreed with me, fine. You move on. Okay, I don't agree with you. But when you get angry about it, it's because you know deep down in your soul you're talking shit. Right. Yeah, I prefer to break things down logically rather than numbers. For sure. I do that. I do both. I don't know who wins the Euros, Sam. I haven't looked into it. It's not that easy, bro. I wouldn't want it to be that easy. I haven't looked. I have to do research. I ain't going into that, right, to tell you who's going to win the Euros. I'll get 85% in the whole tournament. From the first game to the last game, I'll get 8 out of 10 of the games right. That's what you should care about, not who just wins it. You should care about, he's calling it every day pretty much who wins, like I did in the World Cup. No, but you said that France would win Euros. Yeah, but I got 85% in my picks. But you said France would win Euros like 6 months before the Euros began in one stream. I ain't telling you I think it's going to win it. I'm not that arsed who wins it. But number one, I'll do daily games. I'm pretty much the best in the world at that. And at the end of it, I'll reveal what happened. And more often than not, the book that I'll write about it, revealing it, I already wrote about prior to it in my codes. It's not like I'm just doing it after the fact, Jack. It'll be the codes, like I did with the World Cup. Like I told you, the US would draw with England before the tournament began because of the war of 1812 between England and the US. And the World Cup final was on 1812. And the war between the US and England of 1812 finished in a draw. So I said that game's a draw. What was it, 6-1 for a draw? And it was a draw. It was 0-0. That is the same as calling a future. If I called, say, Spain or France to win the Euros 6-7-1, you call me a genius, correct? This guy's a genius. He knows what he's doing. Wow, he called the winner. But if I called the US to draw with England at the same price as a future, you don't give a shit. That's what people don't acknowledge. Do you know what I'm saying? The odds. Or when it's in play and I say, right, it scores 1-0 right now, I think that Spain are going to come back. They'll win this game 2-1 and the 7-1 to come back and win because there's only 25 minutes left and they win. Goes unnoticed because you said this team will win in Euros. I ain't doing that shit anymore with you. I ain't playing that game anymore with the futures. Like that judges my work. I've called crazy amount of futures. But how many teams are going to play in the Euros, guys? How many teams are going to play in it? We had 32 teams at the World Cup, yeah? So every one of them there has a chance of winning. There's going to be 24 teams at the Euros. 24, so 24-1. Anyone can win it. If you go, no, well, they can. Well, they can. Greece won it. Denmark have won it. So, yeah. So there's 24 teams. That means I have to look into 24 teams. And you want me to tell you before the tournament begins who's going to win? I'd have to look into all 24 teams. When it gets to around the last 8, it narrows it down to 8 teams. Things become more clear. That's where you win your money if you gamble. That's where I nail pretty much every single game because I see the statistics that have played out to get to that point. Prior to the tournament, 24 teams. You want me to tell you right now in a live stream without me even looking at the tournament who's going to win? Can somebody give me a woo to calm me down here? Just give me a woo to calm me down because somebody give me a woo, man. I might go for a swim, although maybe I shouldn't because I'm playing footy. I don't want to get too much cardio in. Yeah, we got a woo there, a couple of woos. I think I've earned those woos. No offense to you, bro. You're probably just a good guy. You probably think I know everything because of the videos I've done. I don't. You can't just ask me who's going to win this and me just say this, mate. I wish it was that easy. I'd tell you all. I'd tell you all right now. If I knew who were going to win, I would promise I'd tell you all. Say, go on. This team's winning it. I don't know who's going to win it. You don't know who's going to win it. Maybe FIFA don't even know. We know they're corrupt, but they might not even know. God knows. God knows. And I don't like that expression, God knows, which is another form of saying I don't know. Blasphemy. Where's Elizabeth? Oh, God knows. Why are you using God knows in that context? Or when you say Jesus Christ because something bad happens to you. No, Satan. I see through all of that nonsense as well. I'm onto you. I'm onto you, and you know it. You know it. You've earned the woo, brother. Cheers, Debbie. Much love. Adam, do you still have pace? Yes. I'm lightning fast. All right. What can I do for you guys? Do you want me to put together a video of me playing football and doing my tricks and sprinting and dribbling? I'll put it on YouTube so I can stop having to answer these questions. So I get somebody to video me and edit it and put it on YouTube so you can see me play at 37, guys. I'm 37. I'm just as quick as I was when I was 18. I never had a serious injury. I had one little knee surgery. That's it. Put me out 6 weeks. I was back playing in 2 weeks. That was a mistake because I didn't build back up my quadricep. I didn't do the physio that they told me to do. That was a big mistake from my part, and it has affected my knee going forward. But now I can do that for you. I can do moves. I'll run. I'll. You can watch me strike. I don't know if anyone dares to go one-on-one with me, I'll have somebody video it. And I'll kick their ass, and I'll put it on YouTube for you. And is somebody going to tell me that, oh, it's been edited? There's always something that somebody will say. How did you get in the academy? I got scouted. On the same day, I got scouted by Bradford City, Barnsley, and Sheffield Wednesday on the same day. I was banging goals in for fun in this tournament. All the scouts from the major clubs in Yorkshire were there. There was Barnsley, Sheffield United, Sheffield Wednesday, Bradford, Leeds, York City, I think. They also offered me a deal. Chesterfield. Chesterfield never offered me anything. Who else was watching? I've already said Barnsley. So all the main scouts were there, and I was the best player in the tournament. And then I chose Bradford City because my dad kind of forced me into it. Because with Barnsley and Sheffield, I had to move house. I didn't want to move house or however old I was, 9 or 10. Bradford City was 30-minute drive, the training. We had to train 4 days a week. I actually had a mate who also got scouted, so I could go with his dad because my mum and dad were too busy working to take me. Otherwise, I don't know how I would have got there. I don't know. I didn't have those. I had amazing parents. I still have amazing parents, but I didn't have those pushy parents. And there was one regret with me. I used to say it. And I love my mum and dad more than anything. All right? More than anything. Well, God, parents. So if I had a parent who was like that with me, who took me to training, who took me to games, who made a big deal out of me playing at Bradford and not playing against all these top teams, I think I would have gone to a different level. But most of the time, they never even asked me. I'd come back from a game. Say we've played, like, again, Man United, when I played at the Cliff a few times. Man United, the youth team. Or not even the youth team, younger than that. I'd come back. I've just played for Bradford City, Bradford, my home city, played against Man United, and my parents didn't even ask me, like, what game? They didn't want to go. I think my dad watched me play once for Bradford. Like, for me, if I was a parent, a dad, and the way I saw the game, if my kid was playing for Bradford, I'd go watch every game. But I guess he had a life, and it's a good thing because my dad never bigged me up. I'd score 5 goals. He said, you should have scored 6. You gave the ball away too often. That's what my dad did. I love my dad. He rarely gave compliments. So when he tells me I'm proud of you, it's like huge. But football-wise, I was the best in primary school, middle school, high school, college. When I went to the US, when I was on Hollywood, I was the best player. Pretty much every team I played for. Maybe not Bradford. I think Jake Wright was better than me. He went on to captain Oxford, and he got promotion with Sheffield United to Premier League. Then he didn't get a contract. He was better than me because he was a central defender. I couldn't get past him. I think he got in my head. I think he was one of those players I gave too much respect. And anytime he came near me, I was like, shit. I either gave the ball away or I gave it back to a teammate rather than trying to beat him. He's the one player for Bradford where I was like, okay, he's better than me. And he went on, he did go on to play pro.
make a living out of the game. But it's hardly anyone I've played against who I thought they're better than me. Not because of my cockiness, because I back it up. Adam versus Modric at 37. I bet I'm quicker than Luka. I bet I can outsprint Luka Modric, 100 meters. I'm going to do the video, right? To stop waving me on. I'm sounding like a bit of a prick here, but I'm just being real. I'll get that video done and I'll share it for you. I don't need you to say great stuff, Illusion. I'll show you. Then we don't have to talk about it anymore, do we? I think that Adam would be great in a 3-5-2 formation as a wing-back. He can dribble, run, stamina, shoot. Yeah, I can play as any position, mate. I do like that wing-back role. I once played it for Geisley. Crazy. But let me tell you the story before I go. What time is it? Crazy story. I was playing for Geisley reserves. So I got recruited by Geisley and they put you in the reserve team. Geisley are now in the Conference Premier or Conference North or whatever they're in. Great club, great fan base. Just, I love Geisley. Great memories of Geisley. Put me in this reserve game. I said, all right, we got a reserve game on Wednesday or whatever it is. We're playing against this team. I can't remember what team it was. So I got to the changing room. I didn't know anybody. I don't give a shit. I was like, easy lads. I'm Edders. My nickname Edders. How you doing? All right. There was a couple of other lads that were new, didn't know anybody. So it was kind of like a trial game. And I did something that I regretted saying at the time, but it turned out to be a blessing. So the coach has come up to me and went, I've heard about you, lad. I was like, all right. So what position are you? I said, I'll play anywhere. You know, I just wanted to play. I'm a striker or a number 10 or a winger, but I'm an attacking player. I said, I'll play anywhere. I'll play anywhere. I just want to play. And I wasn't trying to suck up. I was like, no, I just want to play. There was a lot of people that I can't stand being on the bench. Rarely happens, but if I'm on the bench, I don't want to be there. I'm a little bitch. When they put me on the bench, I'm a real little bitch. All right? You'll see my face. I'm just like, I don't want to be there. I'll be honest. Not a good teammate if they put me on a bench. So I've said I'll play anywhere. So he's named the team. He said the goalkeeper, and he's gone to the right back. He said the two centre halves. I'm like, I'm not even thinking about my name being called at this point because I'm a striker. And he went left back, Adam Edwards. And I remember I'm looking around thinking, is there another Adam Edwards here? I ain't a left back. I can use my left foot for sure, but I'm not a left back. How am I going to prove myself as a left back? And he went, you all right with that? And again, I was like, yeah, sure. I wanted to start. If I would have said no, he would have put me on the bench. So I was like, all right, yeah, sounds good. So I get put in at left back. I'm playing with guys I've never played with before. I think I knew one guy on the team. He played at Bradford as well, but he was 2 years younger than me. Mark Truman. So he put me in at left back, and I loved it. He said, I want you playing as like an attacking left back. I want you to get forward. So he said that I'm going to test your stamina. I want to test your touch. And I said, but to be fair, I am right-footed. He went, I think he said so was Dennis Irwin or something, because he played as a left back, as a right foot. He said, so was Dennis Irwin. I was like, all right. And I loved it. I was getting up and down. I was making tackles because it's hard to get past me. Just keep the ball. Like I wasn't doing many fancy dribbles because you can't really do that as a left back. So I showed more discipline in my game. And I was more focused on not on scoring, on stopping the other team. And it was fun. I've told you the other time I played in a cup final. I got man of the match. My mum watched that game. I'll never forget that because I won a trophy for the man of the match. And I put it in my bedroom. And my brother, John, because it was like a cup. It was bigger than this, but it was a cup. My brother pissed in it. Yes, guys. My brother pissed in my trophy. So I won this man of the match award. This big silver award. It was like a mug. I don't know if you could have drunk out of it. I'm sure you could. I'm like, where's my trophy? He pissed in it. It was in his room with pissing. How disgusting is that? So in that game, for whatever reason, my coach at the time, Tom, he said, you're playing central midfield, defensive midfield. You're going to stop that guy from playing. He's their best player. You have to stop him. You're the only player that's going to be able to stop him. I said, I don't want to play there. I'm a striker, Tom. Scored all our goals. Why are you putting me there? Started kicking off with him. And he could have easily said, piss off, Adam, then you're not playing. I went, fine, all right. Who am I in there with? And he told me Stewie Park. And I was like, okay, I can do that. He's a great player. And killed this guy. He couldn't do anything. But I was just taking ball off him, passing it, taking ball, beating him. I wasn't being the superstar, but I didn't do everything I did was right. I got that man at match, and my brother pissed in the cup. I'm not going to say, can I get a woo for that? Because that pissed me right off. Pardon the pun. All my trophies now, I don't even know where they are. I think they're still in my mum's house. I'm not going to bring them over to Mexico and then put them all around my apartment. Okay, now I'm not a little kid anymore. Anyways, take care. God bless you all. Yeah, he pissed in it, Michael. He pissed in it. He was wild. My brother did all sorts of stuff to me, mate. He's a good guy at heart. He's got a big heart and very intelligent guy. Very hard, physically hard, tough guy. You won't want to fight him. But some of the stuff he did to me, like pissing in my trophy. He used to smash all my trophies up. My photo when I was at Bradford City, he got a coin and scratched my head. Looking back now, it's disgraceful behavior, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? Got to let it go. It's just a photograph, trophies, whatever. You know what I mean? All right, I'm definitely off this time. Much love to you all. Thanks for buying my book. If you haven't already, please do me the favor of doing so. I've just got another one buying it. Oh, it's Adam Lastman. I'll send him the book, then I'm going. Thank you, Adam Lastman. I'm sending you the book now. Great first name, by the way. I think I need to lie down. All right, sent. Sent, brother. I'll add you to the Excel file. Adam Lastman, is he going to be the last man standing? Woo! Adam was the first man. Adam is the last man. Oh my goodness, has anyone ever told you that? Adam was the first man on earth, and your name's Adam Lastman. Are you going to be the last man? Can I get a woo? Adam Lastman, baby. Oh, tension in the shoulder, all right? Give us a woo, Adam, please, before you go. All right. Adam, a Swiss knife, yeah. I am like a Swiss Army knife. I can pull out different attributes all the time. All right, I'll give you a woo then. All right. 3, 2, 1, and I'm going to make this a good one because I probably won't go live tomorrow. I might. I'm definitely not on Sunday. 3, 2, 1. Woo! Woo! And if you haven't purchased that book, guys, do me that favor. God bless you all. I don't know why I've got this top button tied. I look like a bell end, one of those annoying people that goes out on a night out in London that think they're sexy. I'm going to undo that. So I look, that was awful. And God bless you all right? Remember the name. Goldust. If you don't know who that is, it's a wrestler, and that was an amazing impression. Can somebody give me a woo if you know who Goldust was, just before I go? I'm losing my mind here, guys, with tiredness. So that was a pretty good impression of Goldust. Yeah, it's unbuttoned, bro. I don't do my top button. All right? I don't do my top button. I can't stand it. I didn't even do it when I got married. All right. Cheers. God bless you all, baby.